professor arrested by federal agents during a raid, now out of jail. What still lies ahead for him?
And no plans on slowing down. Federal officials say the immigration crackdown is just beginning. Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
I'm Rudabeh Shabazi. Tonight, the Trump administration is fighting to continue its immigration enforcement raids after a judge on Friday night issued a scathing ruling saying ICE must stop indiscriminate raids.
Well, the Trump administration is appealing that ruling, and KCAL News political reporter Tom Witt is here. Tom, the president's DHS Secretary is vowing to continue, if not step up the raids.
Yeah, exactly. And it was interesting because Mayor Bass was asked about this at her press conference today, totally unrelated subject. But she was asked about it and she said, I don't think there were any raids over the weekend. So she kind of thinks that the judge's orders having impact, but then the DHS Secretary is denying it. So here we go, right? All right. So in its appeal, the Trump administration said that the judge's order from Friday night amounted to a, quote, straitjacket for agents trying to enforce the law. And Homeland Security Secretary Noem vowed to continue the aggressive operations. For more than a month, scenes like this last week at a licensed Camarillo cannabis farm have played out. Immigration agents swarming businesses and detaining people. Violent clashes between protesters and agents ensue. But the tactics being used by the Trump administration are now in legal limbo. A bombshell order by a federal judge Friday night said the Trump administration must halt indiscriminate raids after the ACLU, immigration rights groups, LA, and other cities claimed agents were arresting people solely based on skin color, performing raids without warrants, and denying legal counsel to people they detained. The judge agreed, saying there was a mountain of evidence to support the claims. Now the Trump administration is appealing. LA Mayor Karen Bass on Monday said she expected the move to appeal.
We anticipated that. The question will be when the court rules whether or not they maintain the temporary restraining order. But however, I think that everybody understands how egregious the behavior has been. The fact that we did not need the federal takeover of our state. We did not need troops on our street.
Over the weekend, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Noem lashed out at the judge who issued the ruling, a female Biden appointee who Noem repeatedly referred to as a man.
He's an idiot. I mean, he's frankly an idiot. We have all the right in the world to go out on the streets and to uphold the law and to do what we're going to do. So none of our operations are going to change. He made claims that were absolutely false. We are building cases. We are going in on doing our operations and planning them against individuals that we know are dangerous, that are violent.
Democrats say the operations are a spectacle meant to terrorize immigrant communities.
But because of these artificial quotas established by whether it's Donald Trump or Stephen Miller or somebody in the administration, it's causing ICE to get more aggressive, more cruel, more extreme, and these are the results.
Legal experts say the temporary order issued by the judge last week is likely just the beginning of a protracted battle that may reach the Supreme Court. As it plays out, LA Mayor Karen Bass finds herself on the front lines of the immigration enforcement issue, going up against President Trump.
It's a tough one for Bass to win because in this arena, the federal government does have jurisdiction over immigration, and we've never seen a president use their prosecutorial discretion in this way before. But the city has very few mechanisms to stop him.
Secretary Noem says immigration agents are being unjustly attacked. Investigators point to a video of a man that they say was shooting at immigration agents last week in Camarillo, a suspect they are still trying to track down. Pat?
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Now, a Southern California professor arrested during an immigration raid is released on bond. Jonathan Caravello was detained by officials during the Camarillo operation last week. He was charged with assaulting, resisting, or impeding an officer. The feds claim he threw a tear gas canister at them. Caravello says he was tossing it away from a man in a wheelchair. He works at Cal State Channel Islands.